Hope everybody had a good day. Hope everybody's had a good weekend so far too. It's been pretty hot here. I think it was, I want to say like 95 today. It feels like 102. So it's not the hottest it's been, but it was still pretty warm. Figured I'd do a late live tonight, a little after 10. See how everybody's doing. Huh? Yeah. Usually takes a couple minutes. A lot of times I'm on like 5 minutes before it sends a notification out. Yeah, it's been a weekend, that's for sure. Started with cutting my finger pretty good this morning. Trying to get into a 5 gallon bucket. Yeah, and then we had a call with a car wreck, so went to that. Hey Jamie, how you doing? Pizza boy, little fella. Hmm. How's the pizza making going? Justin, no, because when they Z-Tribes raised their prices, and when they did that, the like price that I get them at went up a lot, so there really wasn't much for me to make anymore. If people want them, I can still get them, but I don't really hold them and sell them anymore. Utility knife and a bucket wrench. I don't have a bucket wrench. Well, what it was is it was a bucket that I'd got a while back, and it had one of those pull tabs around it, but the lid was off the bucket, so I just finished taking the lid off. Well, I put it on yesterday, and I was having a hard time getting it back on today, or getting it back off today. So I was cutting the tabs like it says, and I was just using my knife, just cutting through the plastic. And I went to push down one time, and it just, when I pushed down like that, the knife just collapsed like that, and the blade was like diagonal into my hand, and sunk in there pretty deep. And I was like, yes. Um, yeah, I decided to go live now. I don't know how long, uh, but I'm live. Pizza making sucks as usual. Yeah. Hey Xander, how you doing tonight? Appreciate you coming in. Appreciate y'all for coming in. Hope you're all having a good weekend. Hmm. You ate a lot of sausage today. Hmm. What kind of sausage? Are you eating anything? Especially this one. Does anybody else have like a really hard time with those little bitty piss ants? Is what we call them. Little piss ants. Made some good stuff on the Blackstone. Jamie told me to Send him some of that meat I grinded up last night that he would cook it up in the grill. Make burgers out of it.
What's his vote?
Spicy Italian sausage. So you're an Italian guy, huh? Mm. Have something to eat.
Yes.
No, they're black. They're little tiny itty bitty black ones. Like, like small. Mm. Feed your neighbors. That's good. You know, a lot of people call them sugar ants. We call them piss ants because, I mean, they just drive you nuts. But I mean, they're like tiny. But we have a pretty hard time with them sometimes. Hey Billingsley, how you doing tonight? Appreciate you coming in. Sorry, Taro. This stuff, this raid, works very well to kill them, but it don't do anything about keeping them out. They, I don't know, they show up in like seconds. Like there'll be no ants, and then like 10 seconds later there's a pile of them in just one spot. Like if you drop like a little drop of syrup, it takes them like 10 seconds to find it, and there'll be 100 of them on it. It's just crazy.
I need to start sprinkling some borax.
I don't think it really works. But, yeah. Billingsley, how'd the cell barn go today? Kills the whole nest. I see. It's like those green blocks for mice. So they work so well. They take it home and all of them eat it.
Little liquid bait.
I don't know. Very hot, yeah. It was hot today. I spent probably an hour and a half out in the shop today until I cut my finger real good. And then I came in and wrapped it up and went back out in the shop for 20-30 minutes. Came inside to cool off and we got a call for a wreck, so we went and did that. Then we had a surprise birthday party to go to. And then had to go clean my mom's salon and then just got home. It's a liquid. Yeah, it was, I think, here it was like 95, but it feels like temp was like 102, 103. The air movement in that barn. Yeah, I believe it. That's how my shop is.
That's what your mom had in the hot flash. Those little plastic.
Alright.
It's not. No. I'm like 3 on that counter and
Sugar and powdered Tide works good. Yeah, we never use that. Makes sense though. Yeah, they're everywhere. Borax was a standard for years. Yeah, my parents used borax just
going
a
nonstop.
couple years ago, and it didn't really work very well. Yeah, we need some rain. It's so dry here. Yeah, I definitely Like rain more in the morning always sucks because it always makes the humidity just
Oh my.
horrible. Yeah, yeah. There comes a point in time when everything's stuck to you, and that's how it is here. The other day was it? The other day it was 93. Feels like 104, and the humidity was 68%. That was a lovely day. Wasn't the hottest day, but you throw that humidity on there, and it's just lovely. Yeah, it's definitely not fun. I've about had my fun with it this year. I guess you could say.
I've had my fair share.
Yeah. So I tell people, I said what's really sucks is normally here we'll have temps over 100 like maybe 2, 3 days in a row, and that's it. But now, I mean, it's been 98 to 100 the last 2.5 weeks, and normally we don't get that temperature until like the end of July. So it gets worse. You have to move at a quick pace. But yeah, I know. I remember being in the kitchen and be on top of the grill with the fryer and heat lamps, and it was lovely. But I would rather go through that than a lot of these days we've had here outside. It's been ridiculous. I know last Saturday when I dug the hole at the cemetery for my dad's ashes, it was ridiculous there. I hate the summer too. Everybody's like, I love summer, and I'm like, the only people that really like summer are the alcoholics that go to the lake and the creek. That's it.
Can you take the bracelet off?
Hmm.
Where is it?
In Kinder's room. Sumo squat to free up the twins. Yeah. That's why I pretty much just wear shorts now.
There's a lot of TMI going on in this chat today.
Now TMI is when I was a chef, we had a guy that worked in our building. He kept a box of cornstarch in the bathroom. It's like that's a little much. Well, there was more than just him. So I'm like, what are you doing? Making biscuits all day? No, I meant to take that outside, but I had to leave. Yeah, yeah, it's pretty bad. We had some amazing hood vents when I was a chef, but it still got pretty bad. The grill was bad, but sometimes I think the exhibition station was worse, which is where we cooked stuff in skillets. But we'd have, um, what is it? Usually like 6 skillets going with induction burners, and then we'd have 6 heat lamps right in front of us, and then 6 hot wells. So I mean, it was just all kinds of heat. And there we didn't have hood vents, so it was pretty bad. You have a pool, yeah. That's why when I get in the pool, I always grab the water hose and get in the pool, because then I just keep the water hose by me and it keeps cool water. Yeah, definitely not a fan of the heat. I can do up to about 85, maybe 90 at the most, but 100, it's just too much. I mean, 85 is really the max I want to be. But I really like the mid 60s. To me, that's perfect, like working in the yard weather. Count the inventory. No, you're the one getting paid the big bucks to do it. Hmm. Do you like some of the people in our kitchen, they just guesstimate, and I'm like, that's not how you do that. You can't just guess at what's over there. Yeah. So I did this at like noon, and
Where was the bandit off?
I'm not. I had it wrapped up, and then I changed the wrapping about 45 minutes after I first put one on. Put another wrapping on it. Then I put this band-aid on at like 8 p.m. When I took the wrapping off, it like instantly started bleeding again. So, yeah, it's a fun one. Yeah. I've had like a heat stroke. It wasn't a full blown heat stroke, but it was pretty close. Uh, when I was going to Crowder, which is a college. We did some college, high school classes at the college, and I did construction classes. And we was in the shop, and they don't have any fans or anything in there. And I mean, it was ridiculous weather. We was in the shop, and yeah, it got pretty hot in there. I think I probably got about as close as you get to heat stroke without having one. I got super dizzy and dehydrated. Definitely wasn't fun. Got a super bad headache right afterwards. So has anybody done anything fun this weekend? Anybody go fishing or anything like that? Why did you try to? Why was you cutting a skateboard wheel off with a steak knife? Taste that.
What was like crap?
It tastes like bottled water that's set in the sun.
I like the water out of it.
Yeah, just like that. When it burns your throat. That's why I don't like Aquafina.
It tastes like electrolytes.
Then the eyes can't take it much anymore. Yeah. No, I'm not a huge fan of the heat. Trying to get burns out when you're a kid. I see. It's definitely not the first time I've cut myself. I gave myself a similar cut on this thumb when I was a chef. I was chopping up leftover brisket, and when I was chopping, my hand slipped from all the fat on the brisket, and I went straight down on my thumb. I mean, just I cut through my thumbnail and everything. And that was a very fun one. I did that one, and I instantly grabbed my thumb. I went to my chef manager. I said I done wacky dude myself. He said, huh? I said I done wacky dude myself. So what are you talking about? And I went like that, and I let go of my thumb, and blood just went. I got my thumb again. He's like, oh my god. I was like, yeah. I said, I done wacky dude myself. He didn't seem to think it was this funny though, then.
I need the long edition to make this hair on
I can do it right now. There's scissors. Come here. I'll chop it off. But this is the second time I've cut my finger with a knife that was a locking blade that decided to close on me. Same finger too, that's the funny thing. Alright. Let's go see where I cut myself with that one.
I don't know where you're playing that, so.
Uh-huh. Are you blind?
Yes, I am.
Beside my finger on
You
this
see it
one.
now? You couldn't see it over there?
Crikeys. But scars give you stories, I guess. Jimmy, how many days a week do you work? You just work 5 days a week?
It seemed like you worked every day.
Well, he don't work every day. He goes in. Five, yes. That yes, does that mean that you go to work but you don't work? Is that what that yes is for? I'm just kidding. Hey, Big Tony, how you doing? Appreciate it. Hogs alive? Not sure if I knew who Hogs is. 43 hours a week. That's it? Oh my
I was
god.
gonna say, that's it.
I would think being a store manager, you'd be putting in almost 60. Well, if you hire the right people, you can just sit and watch. Problem with it though is it's right now it's hard to find anybody that wants to work.
I'll come work for you.
Hey KW, how you doing? Appreciate you coming in. Appreciate everybody coming in tonight. Work smart, not hard. Yeah, I try to, but sometimes I get impatient and go the hard route. That's what happened here. I was gonna go get a pair of wire cutters and cut the bucket, but they were on the other side of the shop, and I didn't want to walk over there, so I just pulled my knife out and went to cutting, and that's what happens when you do that. Alright, Billings, I appreciate it. Thanks for coming in. Hope you have a good night. Hog deer. Oh, I see. I appreciate you coming in. Hope you had a good day. Hope it wasn't as hot where you are as it's been around here. Man, I'm waiting for some rain. We need rain bad.
We got a 30 and 40% at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Right now it's around the air show. There's just a little bitty one. But right now it's so hot that it's just breaking the storms up before they get here. After 20 years, you mastered ways to not have to work the thumb. I get it. Well, after 20 years, you're supposed to be the guy that tells all the younger ones to work hard.
When's his next competition?
Next year.
Did he place?
He got penalized and ended up getting 11th. Because he had too many mushrooms on the pizza or something like that. The weight was off. That's awesome, AKW. One's better than none.
What? They're only allowed to have like 10 mushrooms on pizza?
It's weight based. You do even have to take the phone out of their hand. Yeah, I get that. It's sad, but I get it. I get it. You guys offer your employees like incentives, like bonuses?
Do you get bonuses?
Like whoever does the best this week gets $100 bonus, something like that.
It's probably that stupid survey.
AKW, did you get that coon in a dog proof? I know you said you was gonna go set a couple of them out. Work, talk, and do a live at the same time. But can you do all three of those while chewing bubble gum? Sometimes do things for other people. I bet Domino's is one of those places where they're like, pizza party. Why? I always love that. I'm like, the best part about this pizza party you're having is I'm getting an hour of overtime for staying for it. Now you guys can do much.
I'll just take the cash.
Yeah.
My Domino's are liable to get food poisoning. Or a roach in the food.
Well,
Yeah.
I've never had any of that. Of course, I don't really eat Domino's. We don't really go buy pizza.
Okay, we do.
You
We
give them
just go-
Papa John's. That's fine. Yeah, when we go buy pizza, we just go to Walmart, and they have some great value uh, rising crust pizzas in the freezer. They're like the best pizzas I've ever had, and they're only $3 a piece. So we get the meat lovers and a supreme, and it's 2 meals for $6.
They did on a pizza party and they had to make the pizzas. They would have to make their own pizzas.
Um, we do have a Sam's Club. I don't have a membership with them, but
It's 30 minutes away.
it's 30 minutes from us, so we don't really ever go that way. Well, one of them's 30 minutes away, and we never go that way. And the other one's 45 minutes away, and we rarely go that way. So. Make your own pizza from scratch. I ain't got time for that.
We did for a little bit.
Yeah. We were making some homemade pizzas, but we cheated. We wouldn't bought pita bread. We made them on pita bread. 20-inch pizza for $6. Yeah. I'm not talking about a big pizza for cheap. I'm talking about something that's good. The Great Value is like one of the best pizzas I've
Sam's
ever
Club's
had.
pizza's good.
The market side pizza from Walmart's pretty good, but I think the Great Value is still better and it's cheaper. Food plot was delayed. That's not good. hmm Sam's Club pizza's really good. Is it better than Domino's? Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
It's better than any pizza. Like, it's better than all those little chain Domino's, Pizza Hut, CC's.
One of my favorite pizzas is at Walmart in the freezer section. It's a cheese stuffed crust, but they're almost $6 a piece, and they're not very big pizzas. Yes, he said it's better than Domino's.
I know. It's like Domino's at the bottom of the line. Not with ours.
And I, if I'm going to one of the fast food places, like chain fast food type places, I think Eureka Pizza has one of the best.
I think they went out of business.
hmm But they're one of my favorites. Casey's has really good pizza. Yeah, Casey's has really good pizza. But it's a bit pricey. I'm cheap. Mine's a great value pizzas as well, yeah. I like pizza. My wife don't really care for it. Every now and then she wants it.
I like pizza, but
Half the time when I say let's go get a pizza, she's like, I don't want pizza.
that's because we eat it like 2 or 3 times a week at one time.
We don't. We eat it once a week, if that. We haven't had pizza in over a week now. I like it because a lot of times when we're not getting home till late, we'll just stop by Walmart, grab 2 of them, put them in the oven, and then we have dinner and then lunch for the next day.
And breakfast.
Miss somebody, yeah, Jamie, he's the 11th fastest person in the world making pizzas. He can make 3 pizzas in under a minute. He's like top 5, but he got penalized because he was too heavy on his mushrooms. But he's big time. He got to go to Vegas and compete. He went to all the way to Vegas to make 3 pizzas. Not really, he made more than that. Because I have finals in the first round, and who knows how many pizzas he actually made. He says they just throw them away. They make them and then throw them away.
Wasteful.
So I told him. So at least they could do is cook them and then go give them to all the lot lizards out in the streets, huh?
I said homeless.
Lot lizards. He made 12. 12 pizzas. Told him at least you could do is cook them and take them home or take them to the hotel and eat them.
That's a lot of pizza.
12 pizzas. So is anybody gonna go do any fishing or anything cool like that tomorrow? Yeah. I know what you meant, yeah. See, we was making our own for a while, but we was just making them out of pita. But by the time you go buy the stuff, I mean, it's sometimes cheaper just to buy the frozen ones. And those Great Value ones are pretty good. Take a shin to the face at a baseball game. Well, that's one way to stop them. 10 more minutes and you're done with the inventory. Sweet. 5-day vacation. You said you were going to go fishing. Said like a couple of 1-day trips. You have to. You can have those.
I want that.
You throw it in the fridge. Maybe it'd be better if it's cold. You just had some. Good hot dog.
No.
Yes.
No.
The leftovers are in there. Mm-hmm. Have some chips and salsa.
I don't have chips.
Maybe we can wish you had chips. We can do veggie straws and salsa.
Yeah.
Take my wife to an Amish market. Fun.
What?
Says he's gonna go fishing and then take his wife to an Amish market.
We got one of those here.
I think we have a couple of them actually. We have a lot of Amish around here. You okay back there? You gonna make it? Huh?
Are you wanting this?
You have it.
Good. Well, I want something like sweet, but I want something like plain.
No. I don't really drink anymore. Diet Pepsi. If I want to go crazy,
Yeah,
you ain't lived until you put a little of this on the brim of a Diet Pepsi. It's a joke. Nobody take that seriously.
that's Tide Pods.
You have the monitor? It sounds
No.
like Kinsey kicking the wall.
No. We don't have no beer in the house.
Yeah, so I don't have any beer in the house. I don't really drink anymore. I mean, I think I had a couple beers at the campground. We went camping like 3 weekends ago. And that was the first time I had had a beer in 3 months, probably. Are you putting in the cans of Trevor Gold? This is what I prefer. But I am coming out with a liquid Trapper's Gold. I don't know if you've seen the video for it or not, but that'll be here pretty soon. I've had quite a few people ask me about doing that, so. I have maybe 3 new products coming out this season. Yeah. For sure. But then both of my new baits that I've been working on finally got everything done. I'm just waiting for all the tests to come back with results.
Who did you send them to?
A few different people. Yeah, car wreck we went to today was a truck that with a trailer that flipped on a dirt road and slid sideways on the side of the truck and blocked the road and hit some other car, but for some reason that car didn't stick around. The car wasn't hurt that bad, I guess, so they left.
Mine not even hit that.
Said the trailer hit it.
Is that coming from Ronald or the dude that hit it?
Ronald said that, and then Dan said that. He said that truck hit the other car, but the other car was fine. People in the car was fine, and the car wasn't really damaged. And then I guess they left. But yeah. The rest of the game looks like an hour. That's good. That's good. I definitely have had a few injuries playing baseball.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember. Um, the worst injuries are the ones that come about 10 years after you quit playing. When your knees and your shoulders start clicking. This shoulder right here hurts me all the time. Of course, I played third base and pitched a lot.
That's what it was.
No.
Okay.
Was down for like 10 minutes. It's always fun. I'll be here. Alright, Arctic Cat, I appreciate it. Hope you have a good night.
Shower and go to bed.
Mm,
What time do we leave for church? 9:30?
yeah, 9:30.
7:30. I'm good at 7:30.
Alright,
I can straighten my hair.
you do you done? That wasn't 10 minutes, was it? I guess it was 9 minutes. 9 minutes. My favorite part about doing inventory was not having to be in the kitchen doing everything else. Doing inventory to me was like peacetime. Play catcher, yeah, that'd really be hard on your knees. Close enough, yeah. You got done early, so what are you gonna do with that extra minute you have? You gonna take a minute long nap? Who knows? We'll see if this is still bleeding tomorrow or not. If it is bleeding tomorrow, I guess I'll super glue it. Yeah. Had like 2 or 3 people ask me today if I was going to the NTA. Stop learning math in kindergarten. Yeah. Maybe you should be a better teacher. Oh.
What am I missing?
Huh? Said he's wondering why his assistant manager quit learning math in kindergarten.
Did you even start learning it?
I don't know.
Will you unplug my phone,
Nope.
please?
Nope. I just plugged it in.
Yeah. You're cleaning up all these toys tomorrow.
No, I'm not. Nope. You and Kinsey are. Fun.
And shower and go to bed.
You're not coming back in here?
No.
And then,
I'll fall asleep. You're like,
see ya. Only count using fingers and you miss the rest of hand. I mean, you only count using fingers.
using your fingers.
I know, but it's hard to count using your fingers when you're doing inventory. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when you're counting the pizza doughs, you gotta go through your fingers like 10 times. But it's a long process. Sounds like you need to come up with a new way of doing it. But, yeah, I figured I'd go live tonight, see how everybody's doing, whatnot. Yeah. Not counting at all would be best. Yeah. There's a lot of places that only do inventory once a year. There's a lot of places that only do it once a month. Yeah. Well, the thing about when you count inventory, it's easier to figure out if people are stealing or not. I've caught a couple people stealing by doing inventory. Be counting stuff, and it's like, that's not right. The next week, count it again, it's still not right, and it's like, okay, something's going on. I'm gonna be making more hot sauces. I doubt I'll be able to do it tomorrow, so probably Monday. I need to get quite a bit more made up. Yeah. Well, we worked at the Walmart headquarters, so we couldn't really just go look at the cameras. We could ask Walmart security to look for something in the cameras, but We could look at the cameras. Alright, KW, I appreciate it. You have a good night. We'll see you next time. We have caught people having romantic relationships in the kitchen. And out in the parking lot. Some people are just crazy. Just crazy. So has anybody been getting their trapping stuff ready yet? Started boiling traps or anything yet? What are you talking about, Jamie? Be more specific on what you're referring to. Almost ready with your traps. Yeah, I need to get some stuff done, but my thing is I need to get more traps, and I don't really want to have to do it twice. It's like I kind of want to just wait until I get the traps and then I can do them all at once. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Oh, yeah. I don't know how many people were still on the live when it ended last night. But, yeah, I won't be doing stuff with Trapper J anymore. Like, at all. Nothing. Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, I'm not really going to talk about it, but it didn't end after the live, I'll say that. So, it is what it is. It's his loss. That's why I stay away from alcohol for the most part. Yeah, I get it. I know anybody that was on there last night probably thought about it quite a bit today because that was very strange. Yeah, that was kind of my thoughts. So it is what it is. I don't know. Like I said, I don't want to talk about it too much because then it just, it sounds like I'm gossiping or whatever you want to call it. I don't really care. I wish him the best. I hope he has a good future, but you won't see me doing much with him anymore at all. You won't see me doing anything with him. Definitely won't be sharing his videos and supporting him and getting people in his lives and doing all that stuff anymore, that's for sure. And I will no longer have the Trapper J trapping kits available. I'm not going to offer them anymore. So if anybody wants any Trapper J baits and lures, I have some that I'll make a great deal on. The last 2 months, I've put a list in the boxes. Uh, so sometimes there's stuff that don't have a package or something like that, and it's hard for uh, but the I started putting the notes in the box so when people got it and if it wasn't in a package, I could just kind of read it and then say what it is. Like, not this month, but the month before, there was a coral spring tool in there, and a lot of people didn't really know what it was until they read the list and they're like, oh, okay. So I'm going to start putting a list in each one. But for the most part, offhand, I mean, if you're talking about like what has been in the boxes in previous months, I pretty much, all that's up here in my head. Yeah. What's that? I don't know. I don't get it. I wish them the best. I hope people that was on the live last night don't don't stop supporting him for the way he acted last night. But yeah, every box will have at least one trap. I used to have 2 or 3 traps in each box, but the last 3 months I've been doing one trap and a bunch of smaller things, and it seems people are liking that better than having like 2 or 3 traps and then 1 or 2 other things. People are like having the one trap and then, you know, one trap, one bait, one lure, maybe a tool or two, and a knife. Seems like people like the smaller stuff more than they do the, you know, $15 traps. So that's kind of what I'm going towards now, I guess you could say. So just out of curiosity, what was your first thoughts about everything he said before he shut the live off yesterday? I know I wasn't sure what to think. I still don't really know what to think. Yeah, the thing about it though is he constantly talks like that. That's why a lot of the kids that watch his videos quit watching because their parents won't let them watch, and that's why he catches so much uh, flack on his lives. It's because, yeah, there's the 100 or whatever people that enjoy the typical what goes on, but there for a while, he was getting 300 or 400 people in his lives, and then it got to where there was like 80 to 120. So I don't know. I said I wish him the best. But ain't much more I can do about it or for him. So uh, I said I hope he doesn't treat some kids like that sometime. I mean, I don't know. I don't really care about me. That's what I always tell people. I don't really care what people's personal opinions are about me that much. But I don't know. I can tell you one thing. Anybody that knows me or knows about me knows that I'll do anything for anybody, literally. And I mean, I'll literally go out of my way to help people out even when it hurts me. Like, I don't mind that at all. I don't, not one bit. I'm not here for me. I'm here for everybody else. I enjoy getting to do everything that I've had the opportunity to do. But like with the YouTube and stuff, I just want to help as many people out as I can, share as much information as I can. Hopefully I can get kids into trapping, people into trapping, help people out. I just that's what I am. I'm not what you would consider a YouTuber. A YouTuber is somebody that doesn't really care about his subscribers. He's only making videos because he's getting money out of it. To me, that's what a YouTuber is. They don't care if they lose subscribers or not. They don't care who subscribes to their channel. I mean, they just don't care. That's a typical YouTuber. So, I do care. Like, I want to help out as many people as I can. Yeah, I appreciate that, Jamie. And like I said, I'm here to help everybody out. I help as many out as I can. I think most people know that about me. If you've, spent much time on my Facebook or YouTube or anything like that, most people can probably tell that, I'm a pretty giving person, even though a lot of times it doesn't benefit me. And I'm always going to tell the truth. But like I said, it is what it is. I don't want to talk about it too much because then it just comes across as me gossiping or whatever you want to call it. And, you know, it is what it is. I don't have anything bad to say about it. I don't really care to, talk about it, I guess you could say. I'm not one of those people that's gonna make posts and videos trying to, dog somebody because of something that happened. That's not who I am. So, if he wants to do that, then, I mean, he can do what he wants to. Don't bother me. So I tell him, I mean, I think there was over 100 something people on the live last night. All that went down. I said he can't take that back. It is what it is. And I'm not here to, try to, you know, make money or become famous or get tens of thousands of subscribers or whatever you want to call it. Anything and everything. Hey Scab, how you doing? Having a pretty good night. Holders live. I guess I know that one either. Holder. You're good, Scab. Yeah. We're having a good day. Started with me cutting my finger pretty bad, to getting a call for a car wreck and going and working it, to uh, going to a surprise birthday party for my pastor, to cleaning my mom's beauty salon, to being home doing the live. That's how my day's been. I got one of the baits I've been working on for a long time. I've finished my final batch last night, so I got that done. Finally starting to get some things accomplished that I've been trying to do. Here you go, Jamie. Yeah, keeping busy is a good thing. Sometimes it can be too busy though. Sometimes I come back and I sit down and it's like, oh, okay, so I forgot to do this, I forgot to do that, I forgot to do this. Hey, old man. So, Scab, it's funny, what you was talking about in your live yesterday. You was talking about the, oh, no problem, Scab. I'm glad I could get there. A lot of times, by the time I see that you're live, it's either already over or it's most of the way over. So I'm glad I could get there in time to watch the whole thing. Gonna brew up coffee real quick. Coffee sounds pretty nice. It's a little late for that, but yeah, he's talking about the Supreme Court. I think it was Supreme Court, right? Yeah, voting on the abortion thing. It's funny how many people don't really understand what really happened, like with that vote, like what it means. A lot of people don't understand that they're blaming the Supreme Court and the government for trying to control women's bodies, and I'm like, no, that's not what was going on. The Supreme Court gave permission to the states to choose what they want to do instead of the one government making every state the same way. Now each state can choose what's best for them and what they want to do. I've seen a lot of posts like today about it, and I'm just like, some people are just completely clueless. Yeah, last night was ridiculous, but it is what it is. A little later than normal, yeah. And what time of the day it is, it really what matters. It's just a lot of times what I'm doing is so different. Like one day I might be busy from noon to 3, and the next day I won't be doing anything from noon to 3. Like I kind of just, I don't know, my times are scattered every day, I guess, if that makes sense. It was a good live though, and I appreciate you doing that. I really do. We'll have to see what, I think, make donut shop coffee and Keurig. Mm, nice. I think, Scab, I think you'll really like next month's box. Hmm. Yeah. Some people just, that's the problem with most people these days is they believe whatever the TV tells them to believe. I appreciate it, Scab. I try to mix them up real good every month. I know some months the box might be geared towards something somebody doesn't do, and they might not care for it too much, but you know, I mean, it is what it is. I can't send the same thing every month. Jamie, no, I have it where you can order it through the store on the website, so you can just order one box. Or I have where you can sign up for a 12-month subscription, which it takes the $60 out every month, plus the $9.99 shipping. So the subscription is $69.99, and if you order it from the store, it's $72.99 because the shipping is $2 more, or $3 more, whatever. Yeah. Jamie, I don't think you have to worry too much about that, cause I have some kids that get them too. So yeah, and that's the thing. A lot of times I put a lot of thought into it. I'm like, man, like a lot of times when I do a box, I'll have like one thing in my mind that I really want to. I want this box, like this month. I want this one thing to be in the box, and then I have to think, okay, what's things that would really go with the one thing that's not too expensive or might be too cheap or I don't know. There's a lot of thought that goes into it. That's for sure. Enjoy, pizza boy. Hmm. Yeah. No, that's. I'd send you like some Pizza Hut gift cards. Scab, yeah. That's. I was watching a video a while back. I think it was on Facebook. But it was a guy going into McDonald's and giving all the employees $10 Burger King gift cards. I was like, that's hilarious. You'd use them for sure. Are you talking about the gift cards? Or are you talking about the dinglings? It's a joke. We'll be rattling. One of these times it's gonna be ticking. Jamie. Both. How you never know, that one might be good for a bobcat set. Hang it from a tree, they might play with it. Cats like to play with weird things. Tell them when people are work. Mm. Oh, Jamie. Kind of seems like you've put a little too much thought into this already. Yeah, I could see it too. Yeah. But no, the boxers are one of the main things I do every month now. So I try to put a lot of thought into them. Oh, Jamie. That's an old movie. Can't even tell you how long it's been since I've seen that movie. Scab. To be honest with you, I'm not sure. I've never owned anything Carhartt. Um, I do know that all of my shirts that I have um, fit me like most other shirts that I do, or that I own or wear. You got Jamie. Did the shirt you ordered? Did it fit you like most shirts that size? I know this shirt right here. Uh, I don't have too many of them in stock anymore. I think I have it wrote down, but I have it wrote down, but I don't know what the notebook is at the moment. But I think I only have like 6 of these shirts left, and I'm not sure what sizes they're in. Under the table. Mm-hmm. So according to what I have wrote down, I have 4 larges, 2 3X, 4 youth small, 2 youth medium, and maybe 1 extra large. I don't know. The problem is the people that I was getting these shirts from, the lady that I was working with, no longer works there, and the other lady like refuses to respond or answer me. So I'm going to have to figure something else out. I've also thought about there's a couple different companies that you can like design a bunch of stuff, and it's like a third party kind of thing. So instead of me having everything here, basically like if you ordered something, that company would make it and ship it to you. But I don't know if I'm gonna do that or not because again, it's one of those things I don't know what the quality is gonna be like. I don't know what the shipping's gonna be like. There's a lot of things that go into that, but I mean, buying a bunch of apparel like this is very, very, very expensive, and I don't sell a bunch of it, so I mean, it's hard for me to put, $1,000 in shirts and then sit on them for months. If that makes sense. If I was one of those people that, sold a bunch of shirts every week, it wouldn't bother me, but bunker branding, yeah. I know a lot of people use Teespring, and that's the one that Jeep fam has been talking about a lot, Teespring. I know some of their stuff on there, though, is kind of expensive. Because, I mean, I used to buy a bunch of stickers from them, and I'd give stickers away in every one of my orders. I bought a lot of patches from them, and when that lady, she told me she didn't work there no more, uh, I've reached out like 5 or 6 times and never get a response. So some kid kept asking Corey to sell him the Jeep. 90K, and so he's going down. Last I heard, it was 100K. Scab, are you still in here? It's funny, I say Scab's still here, and like instantly there's a message. That's a house almost. Yeah. Yeah, if I had 100K, I definitely would be buying a vehicle. For 100K, I could pay my house off, pay my truck off, and get my truck fixed. 3 or 4 of whatever, and you're good. 1 propel and waterfall time. Yeah, I hear you on that one. Alright, Mad Dog, I appreciate it. Scab, I need to, I'm gonna send you a, what do you call it? I'm gonna send you something. I guess that's what you call it. to show my appreciation for doing the unboxings. No, you shouldn't be worried. Too worried, anyways. You will not lose any of your extremities. You will have all 10 fingers. Jamie, why do they always have to be pink? Are you addicted to the color pink or something? Isn't it like, what do they call it? I don't know, gay month or whatever the hell they call it. I don't know, I could send you a rainbow one. Pride month, is that what they call it? Pride month? Purple. I'll have a custom one made. It'll have Scab 76 on it. Yeah, I appreciate that, Scab, but I always, anybody that does anything for me, I help them out the most I can because I appreciate it, you know. So I'll get you hooked up. I ain't gonna say it's gonna be Monday, but colors of purple, color of royalty. Yeah, but I don't think that's what royalty people are spending their money on. Yeah. So this is the little knife that got me. The little knife that could. Yeah, but I think you're, you're talking about just people with money. Is what you're talking about. Oprah. Oprah's one of the worst. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I've read some things that would frighten you. Yeah, I like this knife. I've had this knife for a year, close to it probably. I've carried this knife. It got me today. It's on fire. It's not good. We just had a car fire that we called on, was it Wednesday? Thursday, maybe Wednesday or Thursday, I can't remember what day it was. Well, I went on a call for a car fire. It was a minor fire though. But that's not good. Definitely not good. Yeah. Who knows? Yeah. Yeah. The batteries on fire, it's never good. They didn't explode. We had a field here caught on fire because of a couple of AA batteries. Yeah. Yeah, I get it. Insurance will pay for it. And they tell you that it's better for the environment. Yeah. Fires definitely aren't anything to mess around with. Yeah. Yeah, not to mention disposing of them, but the mines that they have to dig for that stuff are ridiculous. And most of that stuff, the only thing they can do is bury it. It's like those windmills. They have to bury them. Scam, yeah. AKW, do you know who it was that was in the car? Was it one of your neighbors or something? Yeah. You never know though. Walmart's got some really nice looking fishing poles that are like 20, 30 bucks. Some of them are even like 15. My name sounded familiar. Yeah, I bought a fishing pole at Walmart a few years ago for, I want to say I gave 20 bucks for it. It was like one of the cheapest ones and I liked the way it looked. It was like orange and gray. And I'm gonna tell you right now, that's the best pole I've ever had. The smoothest casting pole. I think it was a Zebco. I still use it now. It's a nice pole. Yeah. Yeah. I have a lot of fishing stuff. I have 4 tackle boxes plumb full. 5 actually. I have 5 tackle boxes plumb full. Big tackle boxes. I have 2 catfish poles. 3 other poles, I think. 3 other poles. Fire truck's still back there. Yeah, that's I'm gonna start. I think I'm gonna start getting into selling more fishing supplies. Um, I used to sell quite a bit when I had my outdoor store, but I think I want to get back into selling fishing supplies again. I got a place that I can get a lot of fishing supplies for fairly good prices. So, yeah, all my rods are cheap, but I don't fish very much. I mean, if I go out fishing 3 or 4 times a year, I'm doing good. Last year we didn't go fishing at all. We've went once this year. So that sucks, Cam. Sorry to hear that. It's the way it goes sometimes, though. Unfortunately. So, Akuma fight and Alright, KW, I appreciate it. Hope you have a good night. We'll see you next time. Have fun watching the burning car. 69.5. So as much as I go though, I got cheap stuff. $20 pole does me good as much as I go. One of these days when we might start going to the fishing and stuff a lot more, I'll probably invest in some better stuff. But so I ain't got much going on right now. I'm just chatting. The only thing I really got to do tomorrow is church. So yeah, I appreciate it. A dozen 120s. Awesome. Never have too many traps. Why do they bury windmills? The big ones because they can't. They can't. It's like the only way of disposing them. If you look up and read about it, there's all kinds of stories of thousands of acres of land that they buried windmills in. $20 poles with carp storing. Yeah, most of what we catch though is like smallmouth bass, perch, stuff like that. We go to the creek and fish. We don't have too many big fish here. I think biggest fish we've ever caught. My brother caught a largemouth bass a couple years ago. It was, I want to say, like 24 inches long and probably around 4 or 5 pounds. That's the biggest fish we've ever caught out of the creek. Yeah. I'm a long ways away from salt water. One pin reel, bring to the ocean. Never fished the ocean. I've been to the Gulf of Mexico once, and that's it. And we was going down towards Houston, and we decided just to. Well, we was going to Alvin, Texas, which is like 45 minutes from Galveston. So we decided to just go down to Galveston and see the Gulf of Mexico. I was there. Yeah. So pretty much all I do is trap. That's pretty much my life. I go hunting enough to try to shoot 2 or 3 deer, and that's about it. I used to love hunting. Hunting used to be my like number one passion, and we lost our family land, and now I just don't really care much anymore. Hmm. Makes sense. Jamming, yeah. Yeah, if you want to spend a lot of money, you can get some nice stuff, but for, as much like as I go fishing and whatnot, $20 poles, they do me well. Sealed bit of salt water. I don't know. Like I said, Miss Somebody, I don't know much about that stuff. I try not to pay too much attention to it. I just, I don't like when people try to forcefully push something onto other people, regardless of what it is. I love hunting. Sitting in the tree stand used to be one of my favorite things. Just sitting there for hours and hours, peaceful, nothing going on. I mean, I loved it. But we lost most of our farmland, our family land. And back when you could go hunting and I could try to shoot, a big buck, and I could just kind of watch all the smaller bucks and the does walk around, watch them, and I loved it and I enjoyed it. But now there's no chance for any of that, so I just kind of go shoot a couple deer and done. If I do it right, I go out once, a herd of deer comes out, I can shoot two, and I'm done. Got too fat to use your climber. Yeah. I got a 18-foot two-man stand that I like to set in. It's good for me. Like I said, I ain't even hunted out of a tree stand, and let's see, last year, year before, it's probably been 4 years since I've even hunted out of a tree stand. Like I said, we lost the family farm. It kind of just absolutely killed my passion for hunting. One of these days, hopefully, I have some land and I can take care of the land and do it the way I want to do it, and I can enjoy it again. But right now, I just not too sure about it. Um, like I said, nothing's the right way. There's many different ways to do everything. People are so worried about pollution now. It's, uh, everybody thinks they know a better way, and they want everybody to do it their way. And that's the problem. In my eyes, that's what the problem is. It isn't the way people do it. I don't care if you have an electric car or a gas car or a diesel car or a hybrid car, or your house is electric, or you have propane, or you burn firewood. I don't care. Whatever you want to do it. Whatever you feel like you want in your house, have it. I don't care. I'm not going to be the one that tells you that you have to have something because it's what we should all do. I don't know. Yeah. See, I've never hunted public land, and I don't plan to. We have uh, just a little bit of land that we can go hunt that's still private, and uh, I just, there's so many people around it that I'm not even worried about trying to, build the place up and have big bucks. I just go shoot a couple deer and be done with it. Jamie, yeah. Yeah, we had almost 400 acres, our family land, and me and my brother did a lot of work on it and tried to build the deer population up. And then one year he shot a 198-inch buck with two drop tines, and it had the main beams dropped down. Just an absolute monster of a buck, and the family got jealous over it, and they wanted to. Everybody wanted to start hunting it again, even though it'd pretty much just been me and my brother hunting it for 10 years. Everybody all of a sudden wanted to start hunting it again, and then they started fighting and arguing, and then it just came back to everybody, all the people that owned it were fighting, my aunts and uncles, and then it just got to where they were going to split it up, and they split it up, and then half of them sold their pieces, and yeah, it's all houses now. Just a bunch of stupid, greedy people is all it is. Amish are going solar. Yeah, I've noticed the Amish are definitely not the way they used to be, because even a lot of the Amish here, I've seen a couple of them driving vehicles now, and having uh, gas-powered farm equipment and stuff. So they're definitely not staying the way they used to be. And that's the problem. I feel like when somebody owns land, the whole family enjoys it, and they do for years. And then the people that own it pass away, and then it gets inherited to their kids, and then their kids just get greedy and want to make a lot of money and start fighting, and then it's just gone. And then the grandkids that grew up on the land now no longer have land because their parents were a bunch of a-holes and all they cared about was money and pride. And that's pretty much what happened to our farm. Uh, Money and pride took it away from us. So, maybe in 20 years I'll be able to get a piece of land. Jamie. Yeah, that'll do it. We'll just see when you look out the window. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I don't care what people do, really. It's like the big cities. What they do in the big cities don't really affect me where I live, so they can live life the way they want to. The only life I have to worry about is mine and my family, so I don't really care what people do. Not the door's gonna rush you. Yeah, we have Amish and Mennonites, but there's Amish here that are starting to do things a little differently than they used to. We have a bunch. We have a town that's 15, 20 minutes from me, maybe 20 minutes max. And there's a bunch of Amish there. There's a Amish market there where they sell a bunch of like baked goods and stuff. A few counties over there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. The way I see it, nothing is better than the other. Everything has its pros and everything has its cons. So, I mean, it is what it is. So, I don't know. It's funny. Didn't know West Virginia was a state. That's funny. I was watching a video, and it's I don't know what it's called. It's like a podcast about teachers where they talk about schools and the way stuff is and whatnot. And there was one of the teachers on there. She was talking about a student she had. And she was in a high school class, and she was talking about they were naming the states of the United States, and the student said, "You missed some." She's like, "What do you mean we missed some?" He's like, "What about North and South Korea?" She's like, what do you mean? What about North and South Korea?" She's like, "You didn't name those." She's like, "Well, they're not states." She's like, "Yeah, they are. They're over there by North and South Dakota." She's like, "No." So, for that being a high school class, that's a little scary. Yeah, I don't have any arguments. I don't like to argue with anybody. When are the mousetraps coming out? Oh, I don't know if I have any here or not. I have a Victor mousetrap. If you're gonna start putting mousetraps on your fingers, I mean, if I'm going to. Not this finger. This finger's already messed up. Oh, I don't know. I seen, what was it? There was a, Amish person. There's two of them. They were, driving a, truck. And they were at a gas station and they were laying brick on the side of the gas station. And it confused me. I was like so confused. No, don't do it. I'm just playing. Just a little mouse trap. It don't really hurt that bad. Like I said, I'm not doing that finger, but as long as you don't get the nails, it ain't that bad. You see that? Yeah, they're just little mouse traps. We had a plastic one, and it had teeth on it. Plastic mouse trap had teeth on it. I don't even know where it's at. But it was like a quick set. You just push the back of it down and it's set. And I used to just stick my hand in it. Like, I would just sit here at the table, bored, just set it, put my hand in it, set it, put my hand in it. Shit sent shivers up your spine. Why? It's got like a sting. Like, it doesn't really hurt, it's just a sting. So as long as you don't get like the very tip of your finger, I mean that's what hurts. Anything on the tip of the finger hurts. But... And again, when you're like putting your hand in it, I don't get why people set it. You set it and then stick your hand in it. Like, just hold it and then. Well, I almost did that finger. It's hard to do it without using that finger. Had some big rat traps and those did hurt when they went off. Yeah. See, now, Scab, you have me curious on what you're talking about. Scab, I got a question for you. I don't, I don't want to like talk about it, but sister was throwing at you and you pissed her off. Yeah. Was you on Trapper Jay's live last night when it ended? Blanket parties and Nam? Probably. You think he was old? Oh, he crashed before. Yeah. I mean, anymore, most of the time anymore, I got too much on my mind to go to sleep. I'll go to bed and I'll end up being in bed for 2 or 3 hours trying to fall asleep. Got too much on my mind. I feel like I got too many things I need to get done. Jamie, he deleted it. Six-pack of cider helps you get home quick. Yeah, I was there this morning. Maybe I'm just blocked, who knows. I guess you can go see if it's there. I don't know. Maybe I'm just blocked from seeing it. Who knows? See, I didn't see it. I thought he did. One thing about these little mouse traps, I always have a problem getting them set. Left right when I started messing with the mouse traps. No, it wasn't anything about you, Scam. So, I mean, I I don't really want to talk about it, but uh, I think I've already talked about it on here once. See, like I said, I don't know. I think it's just this type of trap. Because instead of having the metal clip or whatever you stick this in, it's got this plastic piece. And I don't like these mouse traps at all. Like, there we go. Got it set. Oh, it's. I think they offer both things. I bought these last year. I think you can buy both. These are supposed to be easier to put your bait or whatever on them. But you're supposed to put like peanut butter on it and then wipe it off. So the peanut butter is just in the holes. So they can't just like grab it off. They have to like actually try to get in the holes to get it and then put pressure on it, and that's when they get snapped. But it's the only reason why I don't want to talk about it is I don't want it to come across as I'm just like gossiping kind of thing, just trying to make somebody look bad. But yeah, yeah, build a better mousetrap and the world will beat it past your door. Yeah. Uh, I didn't even really notice the difference in the pans when I bought these. I came home and I went to set them and I was like, that's weird. Because I've always just had the little metal piece with the like the spoon shaped thing that you hook on it. But it says like on these, you put the trigger on one side and it's lighter. If you put it on the other side, it's a little heavier, something like that. These traps 11. Yeah, I had some that were plastic, and you just push the handle down and it set itself. It was pretty nice. Mm. Does anybody want to come get this off? Plans to build some weasel boxes. Does that make sense? So do you actually use the mouse traps for the weasel boxes, or do you buy the rat traps? I seen a thing a while back. It was a 18th century mouse trap, and it was like a pan that said here, and they had like a single shot 22 pistol here, and you took a string and tied it from the trigger of the gun to the pan. So when they stepped on the pan, it pulled the trigger and the gun went off and shot the mouse. I was like, holy crap. Worked okay for long enough, so yeah. That thing, we had one. I don't know where it went, but I would just sit here and play with it. You just squeeze it and then set it off, squeeze it. I don't know. And it had like plastic teeth on it, rat traps. So I thought I've never really messed with a rat trap, but hmm, that's cool, scam. I don't see anything like that. I know they have those little like mosquito traps. Uh, I've seen people using those as mouse traps. But like the whole trap is literally like the size of a penny, and I've seen people use those as mouse traps. They have the mosquito ones, which are cheap, and then they have the grizzly bear ones, which are heavier duty, but they're keychain traps, is what they are. I've seen people use those as mouse traps. Number one jump and long spring traps. My dog, have you ever used any of those like RBG 55s for weasels? They're about, they're only like 3 inches. Instead of like the 110 that's, 4.5 inches, whatever it is, they're only like 3 inches. A lot of people use them for PVC pipe and mice. Does anybody got anything planned for this upcoming week? I've heard of them. Shoot game, that's a bug one, yeah. I've seen people that burn fields and set those 410s and shoot the rats. Just relaxing for you. Yeah, I'll be doing the same old, same old. Shipping boxes, making baits and lures, and whatever else I need to. Although right now I'm filling up the truck, this should be nice. Yeah. What is gas there? We went down actually. Went to go get gas today and it went down. It went down a whole 3 cents. But I'll take anything at this point. At this point, 3 cents down is a million times better than 1 cent up. And we're still a lot lower than, most states. 477. Ours went down to 438. Our diesel is I think it was 527. I need to get my truck fixed. Bought my dream truck and it broke down in January. I haven't been able to drive it since. It's been sitting for over 6 months. I know it's something simple that's wrong with it, but I'm trying to get my brother to look at it. I'm kind of thinking it might just be the batteries, so I need to take the batteries out and go get them tested. So I've been talking with my brother, but I don't know. It could be a million different things. Yeah. I've gone to the post office like 3 times this week. Went to the fire station on Monday. Went to my aunt's house for dinner on Tuesday. Had 2 fire calls that I went on. Went to clean my mom's salon, church, stuff like that. Ground strap. Shipping crates and atrocious for that. 103. It's not too bad. Could be worse. That's terrible. 2 years ago, we could fill my wife's car for $11. Now $11, you might as well not even go get gas. You're just wasting your time. You get like 2.3 gallon. It cost us, what was it? Like $16 to get enough of gas for the lawnmower. There's only 3.5 gallons of gas. That's $16. It's ridiculous. Oh, I get it. We're trying not to go anywhere, but it's hard. It seems like we always have something we need to go do. And since we volunteered at the fire department, there's a whole lot of driving in that now. So I mean, we put, let's say, probably 18 miles today on a call to the right. Corrosion is main issue. Yeah. Uh, the uh, the problem with it is one of the batteries is too small, and the other one is the right size, but they're both old. And the way that it acts, I almost wonder if it's the batteries, because I don't think it's the alternator. My brother's ran it on his computer, and his computer said it's the ECM, but I don't believe it is. So I don't know. There's a chance that it's the alternator, but I don't think so. But I need to take the batteries out and go get them tested is what I need to do. Because we weren't really sure what was going on, why my truck kept dying and why it wouldn't run. But what was it? Probably 2.5 months ago, something like that. 3 months ago, I I charged the batteries in my truck and I started it. And it ran fine, which it hadn't done that in a while. It idled by itself, which it hadn't done that in forever. And I shut it off, and then it started back up. I was like, I was like, that's weird. Well, I decided to drive it to my mom's house, which is just a quarter mile up the dirt road. I drove it up there, and it ran fine up there, and I shut it off. I went to my mom's house, and I was in there for, 45 minutes. And I went to leave, and my truck started up fine, ran fine. I backed up and I went to drive out of her driveway. And right before I got to the dirt road, I flipped on the headlights. And as soon as I did that, the battery gauge went from 14 to 0. And the lights went dim. And if I let go of the gas, it started to die. So it started doing what it did before. Well, then we decided, like in the wintertime, when the truck just would not run at all, it wouldn't idle by itself or nothing, the grid heater, if the grid heater was on, it killed the batteries. So what I've come to say is there's either a short or something that the truck's not getting enough power or juice, that as soon as something draws extra power, it drains the truck. It drains the batteries completely dead. I mean, completely dead. To where you have to charge them. Like, you can't just jump the truck. You have to charge the batteries back up and start the truck. And if it dies again, it drains the batteries completely. And you have to charge them again. Like, you can't just jump the truck. Yeah, that's what my brother said. He thinks it's probably a ground wire somewhere, but he said it'd be a very time-consuming thing to go through everything and check it. But my brother's a diesel mechanic, specifically Cummins. That's what he did for a long time. That's what my truck is. So, but I told him, I said, I've done a lot of reading, and the way my truck acts, I said, I almost think it's the batteries. And he's like, there was probably a bad cell in one of the batteries. So, I don't know. Because it's like, the truck will run fine, but as soon as you turn anything else on, it just drains the batteries completely dead. I don't know. Yeah, bad ground. That's what he said. There's probably a short or bad ground wire somewhere. but just didn't have the time to go through it, and that's what he said. If I took it to a mechanic shop, he said, he said if I took it to the car lot, he said they would hook it up to the machine would say bad ECM, and they would want to put an ECM on it. He said, and there's like an 80% chance that the ECM is not the problem and that will not fix it. I would still have to buy it because that's what they would want to do, and they wouldn't want to look any other route because that's what the computer tells them to do. Regardless, it needs new batteries, but new batteries for it's like $350, and I ain't got $350. So it is what it is. One of these days I'll have it fixed. Like I told my wife, I said, I guess one good thing of my truck not running right now is I don't have to go buy the expensive diesel. Want it started. Yeah. My brother, the shop he works for, to save them money, they went from 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, to 10 hours a day, 4 days a week. So he only has to drive to work 4 days a week. So now he has Fridays off. Well, he's had 2 Fridays off now, and both times he's been busy and hasn't been able to come over. But I'm gonna ask him if he can come this Friday. I'm gonna say pretty please. Hey Xander, how you doing? Appreciate you coming back. Cause I'm ready to have my truck back. Even though I can't afford to drive it anymore. I told my wife, I said, I'd like to just be able to drive to Walmart and back. I said, I miss hearing it. It's a 5.9. 2005, 5.9. Before all the BS, as my brother calls it. So, I don't know. I'm gonna fix one of these days. And so my brother, he's a diesel mechanic, so he's the one that's gonna be taking care of that. I'm not a mechanic. I'm not much of a car guy. Never really had anybody to show me any of that stuff, so I'm a trapper. Yeah, yeah, probably. Yeah. I don't know, but I'm gonna have to head to bed soon, so I can get up and go to church. I got a couple messages and emails and stuff I need to respond to. I'm not too worried about it. Like I said, I won't be driving it very much. And honestly, it equals out to about the same as my wife's car because it gets more miles to the gallon than my wife's car does. I think I was averaging about 18 miles to gallon, 17 and 18, and her car does about 15. something like that. So it comes close to averaging out. And if I'm on the highway in my truck, it was getting, I want to say close to 19. I don't remember. I have to do the math again. But yeah. Yeah, I put some fuel treatment in it. Was it what? I can't remember what name brand it is. It's a gray bottle. I bought it at Walmart. It's like last time I bought it, anyways. I think it was $17 for a half gallon, maybe. I don't remember. I don't remember how big it is. No, I don't. I don't think that's what it's called. They have three different ones. They have. There's a gray bottle, a red bottle, and a white bottle. One's for uh, cold weather. One's for it's like emergency or something like that. It's for like if your injectors are starting to go out or whatever. And then there's the gray one, which I use, which is to help clean everything out real good. But, but yeah, Scab, I'll I'll probably tell you some other time or something. But long story short, I won't be doing anything with Trapper J anymore. He won't be doing anything anymore. I won't be on his lives or anything. Yeah, so Jamie or Pizza Boy or whatever you want to call him, he was on the live when everything went down, but that's why I asked if he was on the live when he ended it last night. It is what it is. I don't know, but I'm sure I'll do another live soon. I don't know if I'll do one tomorrow because we normally get home kind of late after church. I might do one. Depends on if Boxy's doing one or not. So I might do one tomorrow night. I'm not sure. Monday night, I won't because uh, we have the fire meeting Monday night. So I won't be doing a live Monday night. So possibly Tuesday. I'm not sure yet. Yes, yeah. I mean, I said I don't mind telling you. It's just like on the live video here. It anything you say about anybody on a live, it kind of comes across as just, uh, like, I wouldn't say talking crap about somebody, but like, I don't know, gossiping kind of thing. Uh, it is what it is. And so there was quite a few people on there when all that happened. So I don't know who all was on there, but they all know what happened. So it sucks, but then again, it is what it is. Life goes on. Yeah, I hear you. But yeah. Anyway, it's 12:45 here, so I'm gonna have to head off to bed so I can get a little bit of sleep before we get up and go to church. Because last night I didn't. It was after 3 o'clock before I fell asleep last night, and then I was up 8 o'clock, a little before 8 o'clock maybe. Yeah, I know. That's the thing. My mind. There's always so much going on in my mind. It's hard for me to go to sleep anymore. I always feel like I need to be doing something. I don't sleep much though. I never really have. Every now and then I'll sleep in because my body just needs it, but for the most part I don't sleep much. I usually get probably between 5 and 7 hours of sleep a night most of the time. But anyway, I appreciate everybody coming in. Hope everybody has a good night. I will see you all on the next live or somebody else's live that I see you guys in. Appreciate everybody for the support and all the orders. If you guys need anything, email me, call me, message me, whatever. I appreciate it. Hope y'all have a good night, and I'll see you guys next time. You just pulled in. Just pulled into what? Oh, you just got home? Is that what you're saying? 25-minute drive home. I don't miss that. Band camp. Are you talking about that tuba? Is that what it was? Trumpet, tuba. Jesus. It has been 20 minutes since. I didn't think it'd been that long since last time you messaged. That's crazy. But I'm sure I'll do another live here in the next couple of days. Possibly one tomorrow. Yeah. I appreciate it, guys. See y'all next time.